Hey guys, make sure you like this video. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, you do so, making sure that that notification bell is on with the option all, so when I upload these videos, you are the first one to watch. You know what I believe? I believe that all these girls want to go home. The fun is over. And Nature Boy's in jail, and I think that they're wanting to see who's going to say they want to go first, and then they'll all follow suit. But no one has yet, had the balls to say I want to go home. I know that they got to be into their feelings about their children, their family, and just getting back to themselves. Now that they're able to do it because Nature Boy has been separated from them. But if and when it happens, I don't know. It would be a great thing. We're going to have to let time tell all, because we don't know what the future holds. It could be another surprise like all the men that left. And True's the only one there with the girls. We don't know how this is going to play out. But I'm going to let you listen to the video, and I'm going to be back with the rest of my commentary. You being God, helping yourself out in this situation, but the real God.
Stop it at all costs, but they can't stop it because it's all mental. And just know we're going to come back through another entity to speak the message, to speak the word. You can't shut us up. You can't lock us up. The energy is going to jump from another person to another person so the message can be received. You can't block us out. You can't shut us out. You can't stop it. Because it's inevitable. It's going to happen. And it will happen. The rise of a black planet. The rise of a black people. See, we were never locked up. We was always freed. Because our mind was never in the system. It was never attached to the belief systems and the ways that the system is thinking and being. We were never attached to it. We were never one with it. So that's how we're able to be free. That's how we're able to find ourselves and have our mind back. That's why we're able to be on these cameras and teach you and educate you, because we're not sleeping. We're not in the system. Our hearts are not calloused. Our minds are not turned off to the truth. Three God has went on into his spiritual enlightenment and awoken himself from his genetics, from his genes. He didn't go to a book. He didn't go to a library. He didn't go to the internet. He just knew that something was wrong, and he knew he had to do something about it, and he knew he had to teach about it and speak about it and bring the message. He knew he had to heal himself first before he healed anybody else. He took himself and he went to the jungles of Costa Rica, of Belize, of Panama, of Mexico, of all these different places and away from the system and into the tropics of Cancer and the tropics of Capricorn. He knew that we need healing. We knew that our people was hurting because he did so much in his life, and he realized that it was empty. He was empty. He realized that this world, you're chasing false illusions. You're chasing a bag that's going to inevitably end up, you're going to be hurt and you're going to be unfulfilled in your doings of trying to be in that system and trying to do and be and live, try to live someone else's dream and be in someone else's world and live by someone else's society and somebody else's rules and regulations. We stop it at all costs. We don't want to be a part of you. We don't want to be like you. We don't want our minds to be like you. We don't want to think like you. We don't want to be like you. We want to bring a new mind to our people. We want to bring a new way of thinking to our people. We want to bring the natural way of thinking, the natural way of doing things. Get back in tune with nature. Get back in tune and doing the right thing. So you think you are doing something to someone else, but it's just a test of your heart and your will to see if you're going to do the right thing and see if you're going to tell the truth and be honest with yourself. This is the time to be honest with yourself and speak up about the matters that are happening right now. Because you have a black God, innocent black God in behind bars right now, for wrongfully accusing him of doing something he never did. Why do he need to do those things when he can have anything he wants? If he said, he will it into existence, and he must have it, and he will have it. But he don't need to do anything or lie to anyone or try to appease anyone or try to falsely do anything to anyone, because he don't need to. He is a God, and he get whatever he needs. He get whatever he wants. See, you think that you are away and you went and did your own thing, when it's just a test of your heart. It's a test of you and what you've done. You have to answer to yourself. You have to answer to what you've done. There's no way out of facing you and facing yourself and facing the things that you've done. There's no way out of it. There's no way around it. There's no way through it but to deal with it and to sit with it and to truly feel your heart and see what you've done wrong and to tell you did. Because God knows he's innocent. He knows he haven't done anything wrong. So he is happy. He is in joy, in high spirit, knowing that he's innocent, knowing that he do anything wrong, and he know he will get out. He know he will be free because his mind is free. His soul is free. His soul isn't in bondage. No one has a bondage on him. No one has a chain on him. No one has them wrapped up in their world. No one has control over him. No one has control over what he's doing and when he's gonna be free and get out. No one has control over that. Time, the Father, the Son, nature, God is in control. Time is in control. And he is the messenger of God. He is the messenger of our higher self. He's sending out a message, a broadcast that no one can send to you but three. And through his angels, we send a message to you. The time will come because he is an innocent man and he has done nothing wrong. The only thing he's done is spoke and taught that he is God. He is the messenger of God. He come to bring a message to his people. He's come to bring the Christ consciousness, the Christos, teaching that we are God, that we are one, that we are all reflections of each other, that we are all broken up into many, many pieces to experience ourselves subjectively. And we are in a mental realm walking around through our tests and our trials and our tribulations in this game of life. He has never done anything wrong. He has never done anything wrong to anyone. Everyone that has come into his life has brought into his life, have brought their traumas, their demons, and their debilitations into his life, asking, can you help me, my God? Offering themselves, offering nothing but themselves, and ask for healing and guidance, asking to walk the righteous path, asking to do the right thing, wanting to be freed, wanting to be in tune with nature and do the right thing. I've come willingly. I'm come open, asking, can you heal me? Through my faith, I'll be healed. Through my faith in three, I will be healed. Seeing his magic, seeing him work, seeing his essence, seeing him for who he truly is, seeing his light, seeing how pure he is, how loving he is, how open he is to healing his people. And he's in there for the sins of his people, for the sins of you, for the things that you couldn't face and you couldn't deal with. He's taken all of his people's sins and problems on his back. He's taken that in as his own. And he didn't have a problem with it. He didn't get upset at his people and start talking bad about his people online and falsely accusing his people about things that they done. He didn't do that. He's still willing and still open, giving us everlasting life, everlasting love, everlasting pureness and holiness and righteousness and light and truth and divine knowledge of self. Knowing that his people are still hurting and knowing that his people are still sleeping, knowing that his people are still hurting and need help. He still is willing and open to guiding you and to bringing truth forward to you. Because he has done nothing wrong. He has did nothing wrong. He has done nothing to no one but help and open his house and his home, fed you, clothed you, been there for you when no one else has been there for you, guided you through all of your storms and all of your trials and tribulations, sat there with you for hours and hours and hours, helping you get through your problems. Always try to help, always try to heal, always try to be there. And what you do, throw stones at him. Live in your ignorance, live in your pride. Try to become the victim and point the finger at him. Self-pity. Like someone did something to you. You're hopeless. Like you don't have any answers. We gave you the answers. We gave you the solutions. We gave you your natal chart to study and understand. We gave you your demons. We showed you what they were. We showed you where you were going wrong. We showed you how you can heal yourself. We showed you how you can heal your mind. We showed you how you don't have to be in hell anymore. We showed you how you can heal. But you choose to not heal. You choose to do the same thing. You choose to point the blame and point the finger and get upset and get attitudes. And get mad at your higher self, at your deity. Someone that is helping you. The only melanated man here worthy of helping his people and wanting to help his people and open to help his people. He's been there for you. Held you when you needed to be held. Talked to you when you needed to be talked to. Guided you when you needed guidance. Loved you when you need love. And he will still continue to. So stop taking him for granted. Stop pushing him aside. Stop getting an attitude when he's showing you things about yourself that you need to clearly see and understand. He has done nothing to you but try to help and try to love you. Because he know that you're not going to be willing and open to love yourself. Because he is love, he give love. And he knows that you are blind and that you're not really open to truth. But he still is open to helping you though. We need someone that is going to be there for his people. That is not going to give up on his people. That's not going to leave his people to the wayside when things get too tough and things don't go our way. See, when you're under pressure, it shows you who you are. It shows you your value. It shows you your worth. It shows you your strength. It shows you whether or not you're going to fall to the wayside or you're going to become a diamond under pressure. Are you going to fall to your demons? Are you going to fall to your debilitations? Are you going to fall to your lower self? Are you going to go back into that world and live that same life that you've left that life forward to come live this life, to empower yourself and to educate yourself and to learn the will of God and learn up under the teachings of the Most High Three God. To learn to be righteous, to learn to read your natal chart and understand who you are. The world has no answers. The world has no solutions. The world doesn't have anything that can help them get out of their sickness. Because everyone is walking around throwing the blame on other people. They're walking around not dealing with their problems. They're walking around pushing their problems away, not dealing with them. Don't have a solution nor an answer. And that's the problem. The fact that you don't have the answers. That's the problem. The fact that you aren't able to heal yourself. That's the problem. Okay, so now that's the problem. Okay, so what's the solution? The solution is 3 God TV on YouTube. The teachings of the Most High, 3 God, has come to bring the 5 sciences, has come to bring the kingdom of heaven. So therefore you can have the mind of God. So you can merge your souls and become one with the source. Become one with righteousness. Living in tune with divinity. Living in tune with the laws of nature. The laws of time. The laws of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Get in tune with yourself and stop destroying yourself. And stop living in tune with the cancer, the virus that has infested our earth with their disease. An impure mind that's infested our planet with tumors, with cancer. Because cancer starts in the mind. Cancer starts when you start to destroy the planet. Cancer begins when you take the resources from the natural planet and begin to create another world that's around nature. Build upon a planet that was Earth that was already here. A matrix that was already here. That's cancer. When you're living against the very essence of what you are, that's cancer. And then you are willing to live in tune with that, to be one with that, to be miseducated and misguided. Continuously feeding yourself false knowledge, false illusions. Continuing to live in a system that goes against you, that's destroying you, that's not there for you, but to only make you a battery for that system, to work in that system and be a product of their environment. This is the age of information. This is the time when it's time to wake up and see truth for what it is. See reality for what it is. First, it's mental. Then everything starts to happen physically. You have to heal your mind first to change. You have to change your perspective first to heal. You have to be open to truth to heal. And you can't heal in that environment. You can't heal when everybody walking around still sick. You can't heal when everybody's still doing the same things in Babylon. You can't heal in that environment. And you think we talking about Babylon as far as like, oh yeah, we're still in Babylon just like you're in Babylon. No, it's the mind. It's the way that you're thinking. It's what's hurting us. You're living in tune with the cancer. And eventually the cancer will kill itself off. Because it's trying to infest the host. But you're infesting in yourself too because you are in tune with the host. So eventually you'll kill yourself off. And you will no longer be. You've infested your mind with cancer. You infested your mind. And you've trapped yourself. You've trapped your mind. You've trapped your soul. And so when we're bringing this message forth to you, you're not able to receive the message. Because you living in that system disconnects you from your higher self. It disconnects you from what you truly are. So that's why you can't see us for truly who we really are, but through illusions and through what other people said and how other people view us and how other people have said we are. And you can't heal until you start to look at yourself and start to look at where you go wrong and heal that part of yourself. Heal them parts of yourself that try to destroy you. Because there's no enemy. The only enemy is the inner enemy that is trying to destroy you. That's parts of yourself that's trying to destroy you from righteousness, from seeking truth. Because the people around you aren't vibrating high. So they're going to keep you down, crabs in a barrel. They're going to keep you stuck and stagnant. So if you don't get out of that environment, if you don't get away from those people, if you don't get away from that system, you're going to trap yourself in hell. You're going to trap yourself in what other people want you to do. You're going to trap yourself in what other people believe you should do and what other people think you should be doing. This is very selfish. People live in fear of doing something different, of changing their situation and changing their beliefs, changing their mind and how they think. People are so afraid to do that. People are so afraid of something new, something different, something coming in and changing their belief system and changing what they no longer is going to help you and heal you. People hold so tightly onto their beliefs and their ideologies and their way of thinking, which keeps them stuck and doing the bare minimum in Babylon. Because you're not truly happy. You're not truly satisfied. You're not truly doing everything you want to do. Because it's empty. Voids. It's emptiness. When you truly see it for what it is, it's emptiness. You are empty. Chasing something that you don't desire. Chasing something that you no longer want to be a part of. But you still do it because you're trying to make other people happy. You still do it because it's comfortable and it's something that you're used to. It's the people that you're used to. It's the circumstance and the situation that you're used to. You fear people hating you. You fear people not liking you. You fear people judging you. You're trying to be a people pleaser. When you need to be somebody that don't give a damn what people think about you. You need to be somebody that don't give a damn about how people view you and how people see you. Because you're going to be just living your life for other people. You're going to be living your life because how other people want you to live your life. You won't truly live your life for you. You're supposed to be here, elevating you, yourself, your mind, your consciousness. to know who you are, to become one with yourself and your higher self. That all that matters, because no one else truly exists but you. You're in your mind. Everything else is a figment of your imagination. Gaining wisdom of self and understanding what this is. The only thing we're here to do is know thyself. That was in Egyptian times. It was all over the pyramids, all over the walls. It's to know thyself. To keep the three. To keep the knowledge. To enlighten others. Because everyone is a reflection of you. So the information that you have is not to keep it to yourself. It's to tell and teach and proclaim the teachings of the Most High Three God. This is the only message that needs to be brung upon this world, to wake up this world to truth. It's the only thing that matters. Nothing else matters. But you and your higher self. You in oneness. We are in the something that came from the nothing. You can't truly observe yourself or intellectualize who you are. You can't perceive yourself truly for who you are. It's just light perceiving light. You can't truly conceptualize who you are. You're just in a mental realm, in a mental hologram of your mind, which is a projection of from your DNA. You are just a brain, a spine, and some nerves. You don't truly exist. This reality is 99.9 empty space. It's emptiness. It's zeros and ones. This reality don't exist. So who you trying to appease? Who you trying to look good for? Who you trying to please yourself for? The only person you should be trying to get back in good graces with is your higher self. Because at the end of your life cycle, you're going to realize it was just me and three. It was really nobody else. I was really in my mind. I was really in my own reality. Here to gain truth and gain awareness of myself. To understand I am God. And I was given a message. I was given a word to teach. And to send a broadcast out. And to send a message back to my people. That's all that truly matters. Nothing else really matters. Who am I living my life for? Who am I trying to please? No one. But yourself. All these false prophets talking about Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. Giving your energy to a source that's outside of yourself, that's an invisible God in the sky somewhere. When we clearly have a Messiah, a deity right in front of us that we can't see, that we can't recognize, that is clearly right in front of us, has brought a message forth, has brought understanding forth, a curriculum of knowledge. But melanated people ain't worried about no knowledge. Ain't worried about no spirituality. Cause soon something doesn't go your way, your pride gets hurt. Or you get in your feelings. Or you get hurt. Or you don't like what that person said to you. Or you don't like how it was said. Or you don't like how it was done. Or you think somebody's doing something intentionally to you. Surface dwellers never find God. Surface dwellers never find truth. Surface dwellers will never be open to reality. Because you're just surface dwelling. The physical. Everything is everything physical for you. putting all your treasures in the physical world. When this physical world will no longer exist when you take it down at night. When you go to sleep at night, this physical reality don't exist. The only thing that exists is your consciousness, is your mind, is your awareness, your light. You are melanated for a reason. You are melanated because you are in tune with consciousness. You are in tune with awareness of the planet. You are in tune with the sun. You are able to perceive light. You are able to interpret light. You are able to absorb the whole magnetic spectrum. You are able to be one with all of humanity. You can tap into the minds of every individual on this earth plane and to channel that energy through and to speak what everyone is not speaking. You're able to say what everyone is not saying. You're able to connect to the sun. You're able to connect in a way that no one is able to connect because you have melanin, because you're a supreme being. You're highest frequency of intelligence. Melanin is intelligence. Melanin is antenna for consciousness, to channel consciousness, to channel truth and divinity and light, understanding. And that's why the black man is superior. The black man is God. And every other species of a human is a derivative from the black man, has come from the black man. The black man is the ruler of the earth. The black man is the intelligence upon this earth. The black man is superior to all other races on this earth. Melanin is a power source that's able to power electricity and withstand pressure and heat. It's able to withstand extreme pressure. It's able to go through the most extreme situations and still have compassion and still have love and still be open to helping. Melanated people has gone through the most, but has always stood strong and always had a compassionate heart and a loving heart, and still was able to give and still give and not hold any ill intent or any ill heart toward anyone. We just walking around wanting to be a part of that system, so we are acting out the ways of our oppressor and our lower self. We are doing the very thing that we hate deep down in ourselves. We're doing the very thing that we say other people do. You are doing it. You are the one hating on your people. You are the one despising your people. You are the one hating yourself and not loving yourself and not honoring yourself. But I know not what you do. For I understand you don't have knowledge. For I understand that you aren't aware and you aren't conscious. You are moving subconsciously. You are acting out subconscious programming that was instilled upon you. It's not anything that is conscious that you're doing. So you will be forgiven because you know not what you do. But the others that know the truth and that is going against the truth and that is going against God, that is going against the Messiah, that is going against the broadcast, you will be the one that will feel it the most and be condemned by yourself the most. You are going to you're doing it to yourself. You are abusing yourself. No one needs to do anything to you because you're doing it to yourself. No one is doing it to you but yourself. God is free. His mind is free. His soul is free. And he'll forever be free. He was never attached to the system. He was never in bondage of the system. His mind was never attached to the ways and the beliefs of this system. Ever. It never got a chance to get him. Never got a chance to attach him to the system. He awoke in his mind at 19. He was teaching the word at 19. He had a group of people following him at 19. He was always awoke. He always discovered truth. He always awoke into what reality really was. He always had divine knowledge of self within him. He seeked answers. He seeked truth. And so he got truth in return. He got divine knowledge of self in return. He got the answers in return. But if you don't go seeking, if you don't go asking for help, if you don't go being curious and questioning this reality and questioning what is going on, surface dwellers never find God. You will never find truth. You will never seek truth until you seek yourself, until you get alone with yourself, until you start loving yourself, until you start eating organically, until you start putting your feet on the earth. Studying up under the three God. Getting closer to yourself. Desire to be one with yourself. Desire to be one with your higher self. Desire to find the truth. And all else shall be added unto you. Seek ye the kingdom of God, and all else shall be added unto you. You don't need to worry about eating. You don't have to worry about where you lay your head. You don't have to worry about where you get your clothes. You don't have to worry about any of that. Because your Heavenly Father will take care of you and provide for you. You just have to do the necessary steps of want to know you and get closer to you and get out of that system. Get out of that mind. Get out of that belief system. Get out of someone else's dream and someone else's fantasy. Stop living someone else's fear. And start to love yourself and get closer to yourself. Because nature is your peer mirror, and it will reflect you right back to yourself. It will reflect all of the things that you haven't worked on, all of the things you haven't dealt with, all of the things that you haven't sat down with. It will be reflected back to you. You hear the birds? They just chirping away. They're like 3 3 3 3 3 3 3 3 3 3 3 3 3 3 3 3 3 3. They're like, that's all I know is just being in tune with the source. That's all I know. I don't know anything else. My magnetic receptor don't know anything else but to live in truth and to live in tune with the divine source, and to be natural, and to live natural, and to be one with the planet, and tune with oneness. So I hope you take heed to this message. Free 3. Free 3. 3 is free. 3 is free.
You know, Malia is just really sad because I really feel like Malia is talking just to hear herself talk. I noticed from yesterday when she did a couple of downloads that she's not really speaking the knowledge. She's just speaking. She's just saying whatever's on her heart, which I don't even think that what she's saying about Natureboy is from her heart. She's just saying what sounds good. I really feel that Malia is very embarrassed of what she has made out of her life over a man, and somewhat is ashamed to go home to her family because of how they're going to look at her. But I think the driving factor for her going back should be, and only, for the sake of her little one. She does have a child, and that child needs its mother. Malia cannot do anything for Natureboy at this point. No one can. Not even, apparently, an attorney. And she just has to accept and fix it and forget about it. I mean, it's as simple as that. She needs to move on with her life. She's too young to be tied down with a man that she don't know if he's getting out or if he's coming home. And if he's coming home, you have the chance to now leave while, you know, he's gone. You're already seeing what it's like being without him. You can get used to this, because in some, you know, situations you have to, you know, get used to something. Like if someone goes to jail, you have no control over that. You're gonna have to be alone because that person's in jail. This is the time that you can heal yourself, the time that you can get in your head and you're allowed to think, where it's designed when he was free for him to keep you stressed out, highly stressed out, and keep you on your toes from all the confusion that was going on around that house, so you could stay out of your mind and not second guess what you were doing and end up leaving. He was afraid of that from the gate. Natureboy didn't want any of them to leave him. I think that Natureboy has a fear of being alone himself. Like he said, he's not wanting to be with a woman that has a plan B. I think that he has brainwashed these women to thinking that they don't have a plan B. Malia doesn't have a plan B. But let me tell you something else that I've also noticed. These are not downloads that are going to educate us. These are downloads specifically for Nateri. Because if you listen, or if you were listening to Malia's live just now, that was directed, in my opinion, towards Nateri and Nateri only. They're trying to bring up certain things that only Nateri would know that they were talking about, or that the public knows what they're talking about, without putting her name in the conversation or the download. But they're taunting this girl from a distance. If she is lying that happened, because we weren't there. You know, I had somebody say to me in the comment section, you know that didn't happen, SL. You know, you're full of it, you know, all that, which I don't care, because I have no hard feelings to somebody that I don't even know. Half the time, these people don't even have a picture of them. They're trolls. I don't know what happened. All I know is I can't bring anything past Natureboy when you start showing your privates the same night that the SWAT came, and you're making these women pull up their shirts and showing their tea bags. Okay? I don't bring nothing past you, bro. You are disrespectful to women. You are disrespectful to people in general. And you're where you're at because you thought you were above the law, and there's nothing that Malia or any of the rest can do to get you out of that. Only one can save you and help you in this situation is God. And I'm not talking about you being God, helping yourself out in this situation, but the real God.